What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we are here for the final week of the APA, and it is win or go home. Kind of. If we lose, no playoffs, period, point blank. Even if we had a fantastic run in our first draft, and a really good run in our third draft, because of our really shitty second draft, we need to win this game to have a shot. If we win this game 5-0, we clinch. If we win this game 4-0, then it basically is a tie between Mid and I, and because Mid won the week last week, he would sneak in above me. All that's to say that there's a couple other situations where there's like if 3 coaches lose, because my diff is better than them, if I win even by just 1, I will make playoffs, but we have to be very careful. There's a couple situations where we just don't make playoffs, and that's if we lose. That's if we win by like 1-0, all 3 coaches win, and AIM will also win by minimum of 1-0. So it just makes things tough, and we have a couple of options, hoping we can get to the playoffs, but we gotta win the game first today. So if you guys want to skip the team builder, you can do so by clicking on the timestamp on the screen and in the description. If you guys want to see what we're bringing, stick around. Okay, also leave a like, just leave a like. It is good for the channel, it helps me grow, helps us grow, and I really do appreciate it. But we are playing against Gray and his Vancouver Titans, and we played against Gray in the final week of the UBL, and we sent him home. We made so that we played him, and if we won that game, we make playoffs. If he won that game, he'd make playoffs. We won, he lost, and now he's home. He's already clinched. I believe he has one of the top 2 or 3 records in the APA this season. He might have only lost 2 games all season long, maybe 3. And he has an Urshifu single strike. Well, that's not good. On top of that, the worst partner for it, a really good Pokemon, Spectrier, and my team does not like Spectrier at all. My resist to Ghost is a little Impersion, which is not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, especially on the special side. And yeah, it's just fast as well. It beats everything I have outside of the Zera. This matchup would be really good for a couple of my Pokemon, but there's one Pokemon in particular that really messes that up, and that's going to be Lycanroc Dusk. It causes so many problems for my team. But that's enough talking about the matchup. Let's jump into what we are actually bringing. Starting with our first mon, it is going to be our Zeraora. By the way, Shadow is here to tell you that I posted a guide on how to use Zera like 4 days ago, so make sure to go back and check it out. The link is right up there. Zera is the extra belt this week with Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Knockoff, and Volt Switch. Close Combat does not Oko the Urshifu, but I'm going to be Volt Switching out against that thing pretty much all the time. That's really the main focus here until it's in range of Close Combat, and when that is, great, I'm in a fantastic position. He could easily be Scarfed. And if he is Scarfed, I do take a Wicked Low or a Close Combat from the Urshifu, which is awesome. We do have enough investment for this for a Pokemon. So let's try it again. We have enough investment on this Zera to outspeed a Spectrier creeping our Persian. Okay, that means it has to be timid Spectrier to outspeed our Persian. If it's modest, then Persian will outspeed by 1 point if we are max speed, which, spoiler, we are. We do take a no item modest Boom Burst from Toxtricity as well, which is really important. If I go for a knockoff on that thing and get rid of a Specs, awesome. If it's locked into Boom Burst, then I can pretty freely, as long as there's no Diggersby and no Tangela, I can go for a Plasma Fist freely instead of the knockoff. And the reason for that is because if I go for Plasma Fist and he's locked into Boom Burst will turn into an electric type attack because of Plasma Fist, and I will be immune to it and heal myself up at the same time. So we'll see if he remembers that. Very good thing here. We are minus special defense, and that's okay. We still take 1 Scarf Spectrier Shadow Ball, which is nice, but we don't take a +1 one, which is not good. But either way, I feel like this set is really solid, hits things for really good damage, hits the Jirachi for good damage, and kind of disincentivizes the Skarmory to come. I really hope Skarmory doesn't come. If it does, I guess it's fine. I have quite a bit to deal with it. I just don't want to have to worry about it at all, and hazards are just not going to be fun to deal with this week, in my opinion. Our next mon is going to be our check to the Urshifu. It's our Togekiss, Air Slash, Flamethrower, Roost, and Thunderwave. Thunderwave is just really good in general against this entire team. Nothing wants to be paralyzed. The only Pokemon that just can't be paralyzed ever are going to be Toxtricity and Diggersby. And if I paralyze the Urshifu, the Spectrier, the Jirachi, the Lycanroc, the Feeny if I'm lucky, I'll be in a really good spot. Air Slash is fantastic in this matchup. It has a resist in Skarmory, Jirachi, Lycanroc, and Toxtricity. Flamethrower hits 3 of those for neutral or better. Lycanroc Dusk, obviously not, but if I'm Thunderwaving things, that's really the main focus, and that's really why we have the investment of this moveset for Togekiss. It also allows me to take 2 Jolly Scarf Urshifu's Life Orb. Well, no, let's try it again. We take 2 Jolly Scarf Urshifu Poison Jabs from full. We also take a Life Orb Wicked Blow into a Life Orb Poison Jab. We take an Adamant Life Orb Diggersby Stone Edge from full, and we also take 2 non-boosted Jolly Lycanroc Cell Rocks from full, and we have speed for no speed Tapu Fini. That's really it. Our next mon is going to be one of our low-key win conditions this week, and it's going to be Cobalion. We're Swords Dance Cobalion this week with Choppleberry, Ironhead Close Combat, Taunt, and Swords Dance. It's a really solid set. We have enough investment in our speed, which allows me to outspeed the Jirachi, and it's a great late game cleaner. The Choppleberry is there because I 4 times resist the Wicked Blow, and it also popped my Justify, which will give me another boost in attack, which is super nice. But then the Choppleberry makes me so I can actually take a close combat from a banded Adamant or Shifu, which I don't expect to be banded Adamant, but if it's not Scarfed, then I'll outspeed it. At +2, I will destroy that thing with close combat. After a spike, I will destroy that thing with close combat. So that's really the focus here. Taunt is there because in case of a Jirachi that's like defensive with Wish Protect, it can be really annoying. Also with Thunder Wave. If it's got mono Ironhead, which is kind of a possibility considering Ironhead, my answer to that is like Zera, and that's really it. And Zera, depending on my set, can't even beat a max defense or defensive Wish Protecting Jirachi, so it could be kind of scary. So Taunt is there to shut that down, but it also helps shut down the Skarmory, trying to set up spikes or rocks, or roost up on me. It makes it really tough. It has to go for body press specifically, and if it does, I can always Swords Dance, I have the Choppleberry for it, I should be fine against that. And at the end of the day, if he decides to run the Lycanroc Dusk and it's not a Scarf or Shifu, then I can go Lycanroc Dusk on this thing, I take the close combats because I have my Choppleberry, and I Oko back with any of my stab attacks. That's really the main focus here. It's a very good mon, very important. I was debating Volt Switch over Taunt, but I think Taunt is just better after the mocks. Our next mon is going to be our Persian. Now Persian is cool here. Persian has Knockoff, Taunt, Parting Shot, and Icy Wind. Icy Wind is there just for speed control against something like a potential Scarf Spectrier, which most of the time I'm going to click Knockoff against anyways, or Shifu in general if I'm worried about, let's say I need to outspeed it with like Togekiss, I know it's not banded, or I know it's not Scarf rather. Same thing with I guess Roserade in the back, and Zera if it's Scarf maybe, just gives me support, which is nice. Helps me with Jirachi, with recovery from the Tapu Fini, with a Life Orb on the Lycanroc, a Specs, a Life Orb, whatever on the Toxtricity, Band on the Diggersby, just all these powerful items, I get rid of them with a knockoff. It's super nice. Taunt for the same reasons as the Cobalion. Parting Shot is better than U-Turn in my opinion this week because of all the powerful hitters that he has, and then Icy Wind is Icy Wind. And we do have enough speed on this that we're modest max speed, or not modest, timid max speed, jolly max speed this time. And the reason we're doing that is because in one of my mocks, DD ran Modest on his Spectrier, and in my opinion, Modest is a bad bring. But again, that's subjective. And if he decides to bring Modest, then I will be outsped if I decide to create the Lycanroc, which is what I was doing. So I decided to reduce my investment in defense and attack, and then just put it all into speed so I can outspeed a Modest Spectrier in case it's Modest Specs. Next up, we have Necrozma. Necrozma is max speed because I need to, number one, outspeed the Diggersby all the time. I also need to be able to outspeed at +2 a Scarf Spectrier. Now this set outspeeds a Scarf Spectrier that is creeping my other set. What is it called? My Persian, that's the one. So that's good. Photon Geyser, Heat Wave, hit the entire team for neutral or better. The only thing that really is not hit by super effectively by Heat Wave that is resisting Photon Geyser or is immune is our Shifu, and it still has a chance to KO rather after a spike and after +2 Heat Wave, which is nice. And then Knockoff is there just for general support, helps out against Spectrier or Shifu, everything in general, which is nice. We do also take a Scarf Spectre Shadow Ball, which is huge, and we do also kind of wreck this team if we do get the Autotomize off. If I get the Autotomize off against this Pokemon going for U-Turn and the team is chipped down, this can be my win condition, that is for sure. Our next and final mon is our Roserade. Roserade is Payapa Berry this week. Payapa Berry is the berry that reduces Psychic type damage, and that's important because there's potential for Zen Headbutts or Psychic or Psyshock on Jirachi and Psychic Fangs on the Lycanroc. Giga Drain will be really good damage against this entire team. Dazzling Gleam as well for the Urshifu, Leech Seed just for general recovery and just being annoying, chipping down the Jirachi, anything that's set up without sub, and Spikes is Spikes. Spikes is so good in this matchup, it really is. So hopefully we can put in the work with our Spikes Roserade. The investment we have in our, what is it called, speed, allows me to outspeed anything creeping Modest Necrozma. That's really it. We have a ton of attack investment, so we can take a Jolly Scarf or Shifu Wicked Blow from full, and that's kind of the main thing. We also have enough investment in our special attack to get some pretty good Okos on something like Lycanroc, on something like the, what else was there? On the Diggersby. So yeah, that's really it. We should 2 KO a max HP Tapu Fini with our Giga Drain. That's our team. I'm hoping it works out well for us. We need to get as big of a win as possible, but a win is the most important thing, because if we get a win and 1 of 4 coaches get a loss, we should be making playoff. So that's gonna be it for me. I'm hoping that we can get the work done. If you guys made this far, comment oatmeal down below and we will jump into it. Let's do it. Okay, damn it. Okay, there's the Diggersby and there's the Toxtricity, which I did not want to see. There is no Tapu Fini. Okay, so Toxtricity and Diggersby. There is no Skarmory. He has 2 potential rockers, and if he's bringing hazards, it's rocks, unless he spikes Diggersby for some reason, which I don't think he will be. Do I lead with Roserade here? I think I do. Kind of pressures everything, which is nice. Gets me my spike. He has no removal, which is good. So we're doing this. We're leading here like that. That's what we're doing. Again, just like I said in the team builder, if we win this game, then we are very, very likely to make playoffs. It's actually super unlikely we don't. If we lose this game, we don't make playoffs. So hopefully we can get it done. We'll see how it goes though. Alrighty. What is Jack going to bring to this game? Good luck, have fun. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous because like this is a big game. It's important. Like I don't want my entire season to be defined by the 4 weeks we had with Goth Zygarde. Becky flinch. Alright. Alright. I'm going to go for a spike. There's no Tapu Fini, so this is a bit less useful for me. We're going to see a Zen Headbutt. And we have the Payapa Berry. Are we going to flinch? We probably will. Whoa! Get a spike up. That did a lot of damage. Jirachi. Level 50, so we were down to, what, 114? Zen. Headbutt. 52. Jolly. I think that's like against Roserade. That is Choice Band? No, 114. That's Jolly. That could be Jolly Choice Band. No Persian here. I mean, it could be Expert Belt, I guess. It has to be Adamant Expert Belt. No, it can't even be Adamant Expert Belt because of the damage. It would be 114 or... There we go. Okay. I can go for a knockoff here. What comes in against me? What comes in? Nothing... Everything's fine, I guess, that comes in against me. It's just like, do I parting shot out? Do I knock off? I would outspeed everything once I knock off. I think I go for the knockoff here. And then I can parting shot out after because it'll be the Spectre. That's the only thing that can outspeed me. So that's kind of how we're going to go about this. He's going to switch. He might be bringing heat. Nigel. The bunny. So it's going to take a spike. You can fire off the knockoff. Soft sand. Okay. And then I can go for a parting shot here to keep this thing healthy. It's right now the question is, do I go into Cobalion expecting the normal move or Togekiss expecting the ground move? I think the play is going to be Togekiss here. Getting a spike up is nice. Do we see a U-turn? We see a spike of his own. Okay, so he brought spikes as well. Damn. Kind of hurts. That hurts. I can go for an Air Slash here. In general, it's just solid against this Mon. Gets me chip on, what is that thing called? Toxtricity, which I need for Cobalion. Let's go for the Air Slash here. Is that the play? Or, I mean... I think Air Slash is the play here. There's a chance I outspeed. He just switches. Does he go into the Toxtricity? Becky flinch. He goes into Jirachi. Okay. That's fine. It'll take a big round of spikes. We miss, which sucks, but what are you going to do? I can go into Roserade here. I'd sack it off, basically. So let's do that. If we see an Iron Head, again, we're expecting Band. So I'm expecting Jolly Band. Choice Band Jirachi against Cobalion with Iron Head. 23 points of health, 23% at the most. Meteor Mash, okay. And he gets the attack boost, god damn it. That sucks. Okay, Meteor Mash. +1. Meteor Mash does 39% at the most to me. Close combat, if it's like some max defenses, I mean, you do 91 to 108 with Meteor Mash here. I can go Persian and knock off. How much is Persian going to take from that? Persian. Get rid of the ban. I don't want to take the damage on Persian. That's kind of a problem. I can't do that. I can go into Necrozma. How much does Necrozma take? Necrozma with the Choice Band. Oh, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take enough to actually... He might die. He has a roll to die. Fuck. I can go Zera here, and Zera can knock off. So it'll do under half to me, which is good. I think Zera's the play, to be honest. So we're going to do that. They'll get rid of the Choice Band here, which means that Meteor Mash, even at +1, will do under half, 35 to 46. So let's go for the knockoff here. And if he decides to go into the Digger's Beat, that's fine. It'll die to a close combat. That spike is annoying now. That spike's annoying. I didn't expect the spike to be annoying. I only get one spike of my own, which is not good. I wanted more. Bandit was cool. Bandit Jirachi is cool. Definitely was not expecting that. Yeah, this matchup's tough because I really want to bring what's that thing called? Darm. But Lycan Rocket is such a huge problem for it. Our Shifu Scarf can outspeed, and so is Spectre. Like I'm confident one of those two will be Scarf. Yeah, he's gonna switch out. Okay. Into Nigel. So back into this thing. Do 2 knockoffs get the KO on it? It's not around 50%. I doubt it. Yeah, 2 knockoffs definitely KO. It can go for a quick attack here, but I'm going to go for the knockoff, get the KO while I can. Quick attack comes out. This will do decent damage, about 50%. Yep, 40% there. Okay, so we get the KO on this thing. Alright. So the ground immunity is gone, which is good, but I mean, like, nothing... It doesn't make a difference at all. All right. If he goes into Urshifu, I just sack this off. If I go for like a close combat against it, do I just lose? You can go Toxtricity, which I won't actually take the hit from anymore. It's like, do I expect him to go for a Sludge Wave? Or do I expect him to go for a Boom Burst, really, if it's Toxtricity? Uncle goes Rose. There's the Toxtricity. Okay. Zera against Toxtricity. Sludge Wave will get the KO on me. I don't really have a switch into this right now, which is a problem. I don't need this Pokemon that much. It's nice for Spectrier, but that's really it. I kind of want to just be aggressive here and go for a Plasma Fist in case of a Boom Burst. So I'm going to go for the Plasma Fist. It's Scarf, and it goes for Boom Burst and gets the KO on me. Oh, that's unfortunate. So if it wasn't Scarf, I got the play right, but... What are you going to do there? I go Cobalion here. The Diggersby is gone, so it's priority number 1 gone, but like, Toxtricity's at plus Scarf. Let's take a look at Cobalion. Boom Burst is 41% at the most. If I get to plus 2, we do not enough to KO still, which sucks. I go Necrozma here. Necrozma can threaten with Geyser. I think that's the play here. I think what I have to do in this game is I have to threaten as much as I can with Necrozma, with Pokemon that are not named Cobalion, and try and win in the endgame with Cobal. That's like my only chance. So, Boomers will do 58 to 69. Then it comes down to like... I think I Autotomize here. I think no matter what I do is I Autotomize. Because I'll outspeed. Yeah, so he's going to Boom Burst here. Yep, so eat that up. The only punish is if he's Sucker Punch or Shifu. Or if he's somehow like a timid Scarf Spectrier. So we should go for a Geyser. Another Spike will put it in range of plus 2 on Cobalion, which is good. Problem is, Spectre outspeeds me. Lycanroc outspeeds me. It's not good. Yeah. It's not looking good for us here. He brought a really offensive team, and it's kind of biting me. The Band Jirachi did not expect that. The Scarf, I mean, if I would sped that, I would have gotten health back. It would have been so nice for me. I mean, this is surprising because he brought a team that basically just said, yeah, you have Swampert on your roster, but I don't care. Like, I mean, he can overpower Swampert with Band Jirachi, with Toxtricity if he doesn't lock himself into, Boom Burst, really. I don't have a Ghost type, so yeah. Does he go into Urshifu here? He flinch, okay. So this is going to take this plus Heat Wave. So Jirachi, let's see, no investment in bulk. 50. Heat Wave does 50 to 79. Jeez, thought it would be more. Let's go for it. He's going to have some investment, I think, and because of that, I think he's going to KO me. Which is not good, obviously. And Scarf outspeeds and KOs my... this is not a good play here, not a good chance. Yeah, it lives. And there's the Meteor Mash. I guess the boost again. Stop. Stop, please. I can go Cobalt here, which adds speed. But like does nothing for me after. I think I'm gonna have to do that. I have to go Cobalt. I'm gonna lose Lightning Rock Dusk in the back, and there's still Urshifu and Spectre. This Jirachi is causing so many more problems than it should be. It's a Band Jirachi. It's not good. But damn. Do you think he sacks something here? I don't think I can make the play anyways. I have to go for the Iron Head. I have to. Yeah, so we outspeed. We'll get a KO here. Yeah, so it's really not looking good. It's really not looking good. Because I think Spectre will take the hit now. If it specs, it'll actually get the KO on my Punko's Gunk. Okay. This thing can go for Overdrive now, which is not good either. Nothing I have. I'm fucked. I'm gonna lose this game. It's Scarf that outspeeds everything. It'll put everything in range. Yeah, I just gotta go for it. I guess the team he brought, not bring Swamp. Like, I really want to bring Swampert to this game, but I couldn't because I felt like Skarmory was a possibility, and then it kind of made Swampert useless. But I wish I had Swampert here. As good as Rosary was, because there was no Feeny, because I go for Volt Switch. Okay, interesting. All right. Well, because there was no Feeny, because there's no Skarmory, and Tangle, I guess by extension, Swampert was objectively the better bring. But the spikes were nice. Spikes would have been really nice. Rodriguez, which is close combat. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, props to Jack. He had a really good season. I think he's going 10-2 or something like that, or 8-3. No, 9-3 or 8 or 10-2. 9-3 or 10-2. One of those two. But we're not gonna make playoffs now. We can't really do anything about it. He's gonna outspeed this thing with everything. He's gonna be Scarf or Shifu. It's just I'm in a tough spot, and there's nothing I can do left with Lycanroc at max HP still in the back. I just got pressured way too much by the offense, and I thought I'd have a better chance with my offense, but weren't offensive enough. I can't even tell if this is Scarf or Specs now, as well, which is another thing to note. Obviously not good. Does I play Persian here? Persian do anything for me? My play has to be Persian, yeah, because if I go into Togekiss, I have to go for Thunder Wave on this thing potentially, like in a game fully powered and like Air Slash can flinch and get down to death, but I can't really do that, and you can just go hard into the Toxtricity. So go for the knockoff here. And you know what sucks too? You know what sucks? He's timid as well, or Scarf at least, one of the two. Jesus, so much damage. You know what sucks too? If we connected the flame or the Air Slash, then the Togekiss would have been in range. It would have been in range of our. It would have been in range of our Heat Wave. Let's go for the knockoff again. Yeah, so it's modest. So it was a good thing for me to actually have speed for this. So we got the KO on this, which is nice, but Urshifu comes in, there's still a Scarf Toxtricity, there's still a Lycan Rock. If it was just Urshifu, I'd have it in the bag because I have Togekiss, but because there's Lycan Rock, which outspeeds, and Toxtricity, which outspeeds, and has Volt Switch now, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Toxtricity. Yeah, so season's gonna come to an end, unfortunately, and it sucks. I had one bad stretch with a team that I really didn't like, and it ended up basically costing me the entire season. That's what it did. It cost me the entire season because I had one stretch with a team that just was not good, and yeah, there's the overdrive too. Damn. Didn't even use the Urshifu. He didn't even have to use Urshifu. Didn't even have to use Lycan. He beat me with 4 Pokemon. The Choice Band Jirachi was a really good bring. A very good bring. But, I mean, nothing else I can really do here. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower and hope and pray, but I died to this. Togekiss. It actually lives. Togekiss lives. So if I could paralyze this, then I would have actually had a shot, I think. But I can't paralyze an electric type. God. For some reason, whenever I play Toxtricity, it always does work against me. But this Toxtricity was the most annoying thing in the world. And this Band Jirachi, he brought like choice item on 3 Pokemon at least. It's possibly brought choice item on everything but Diggersby, and yeah, but we failed to make playoffs. Don't say that often. I think this is like only the 2nd or 3rd time ever. Ever. And like, again, I try and like say things because to make myself feel better about things, but to me, I'm not counting this as a standard like you don't make playoffs, because this isn't 1 draft league. This is 3. There was 1 which, yeah, I played terribly and I couldn't make changes to my team. After week 1, I probably would have made changes. After week 1, after week 5 it was. Week 1 of the 2nd team. I would have made changes, but I couldn't. And that hurts. It means that if you have a bad team, if you draft poorly, if you get sniped, honestly, your season can end. And that's kind of what happened. So we don't make playoffs. Just crazy. That never happens. Never. But he brought a really cool set with the Band Jirachi. The Scarf Toxtricity was really good as well, but like I'm just like thinking like this man just didn't care about Swampert at all. At all. I think he brought like choice items, everything. But hey, we do not make playoffs. I cannot remember the last time I said that. I think the only time I actually have missed playoffs in leagues where I drafted the full team. No, even then. I think this is maybe the second time. The second time where I've drafted the teams, all of them in this situation, and not made playoffs. And he definitely brought heat. He definitely brought heat with the Band Jirachi. But yeah. Anyways, our season's over. We went 2-2 with the Zera team, and I will say that last week against Midnight was coming even more into play with the bad luck, and just you hate it when it comes down to that. But we had a really rough week last week, and we had a chance to try and bring it back this week. We just couldn't do it. And obviously, there was ways where I could have played better. That 4-week stretch, middle of the season hurts. Week 1 against Amel, we choked that game away. If we don't choke that game away, we're not in this position. Damn. Well, it's over. I have UBL playoffs, which I believe go up tomorrow for you guys. Week 1, we play Addison. I think that's correct. Yeah. Round 1, we play against Addison. I have UPBA, which will be, I believe, going up the week after this, or something like that, or week after UBL. And then we have PAC as well. We have 2 other leagues that are starting up. So if you guys enjoyed the content, if you guys enjoyed the season of the APA, through ups, the downs, all that stuff, then leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Tell me what your favorite part about the season was. I'm not feeling terrible about it. It's just like, I pride myself on making playoffs all the time, and I missed it, which is like, doesn't happen. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you all so much. As you know what, I again forget to pull up my channel members. So let me go ahead and make sure I have all my channel members pulled up, because they are absolute legends for supporting the channel and going the extra mile by committing financially as well. So shout out to our channel members. There are 7 of them. We have Liv, Eric, Zeke, and Michael. Our level 1s. Our level 2 is Tone. Our level 3s are Jay Fuka and Sully. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to support the channel by becoming a channel member, you can do so. Level 3 get access to a team building session with me once a month. Shoutouts for everyone. Early videos. You know the drill. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.